That's the one. All right, y'all. Okay. What's up? All right. Okay. Well, I am back with another video. Y'all bear with me. It was a busy day. It was like a journey trying to get a haircut. He's trying to get my haircut, trying to look fly and work with a different barber and work, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure it's good, you know, and had to make sure, you know, I had to look really, really good. So I'm just excited for that. And so we're going to have a lot to talk about. We're going to get into, we're gonna first get into King Von, his murder, and his family. My condolences. So we're gonna be talking about that, and the suspect being charged with murder. So we're gonna talk about that, and then we're also gonna be talking about Bow Wow. But before I get into these two subjects, I want to say this. Before I get into the two subjects today. All right, black people. I see y'all out there. We dancing. We up there doing the moonwalk. We up there grooving. We up there saying F Donald Trump. We saying everything out there. Let's not forget that we still got to put in the work. Nothing's going to happen of us dancing, okay? We dance, celebrate, but put that work in, okay? We got to put the work in. Now we out here dancing, we celebrating, okay? Trump, we voted him out, and now we still got to put the work in because nothing's gonna happen if we just go away. We got to keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, okay? Keep that same energy. Now you could go out there, you can release. But after you get through dancing, because while you dancing, a lot of Republicans did win a lot of seats. I just want y'all to let y'all know while y'all sitting here dancing, Republicans still gaining a lot of seats in the House. They lost a lot of seats. Even though the Democrats still got the House, they lost a lot of seats in the House. I just want to make that clear, make that crystal clear. So don't be doing all that dancing and then you forget that you got to put in the work. So I had sent a message to Black Voters Matter, because I want to join that organization to do a phone bank. So make sure you join like Black Voters Matter or whatever organization that you feel comfortable with in helping. So if you're not in Georgia, you can do stuff out in another place. You can donate, you can contribute. It's so much you can do in your city if you're not even in Georgia. So I'm excited for that. So I just wanted to let y'all know that too, okay? And I did see Dave Chappelle, his stand-up comedy that he did on Saturday Night Live. When I tell you I laughed, but I had to go back over and over and over to a whole nother episode. I mean, I had to rewind it because it was so educated and it was so woke. It's like that woke comedy. And I was like, oh, whoa, okay. And I was laughing and then I laughed again. I'm like, Dave Chappelle, you are so amazing. And it's so sad that you speak in truth, but you got to have a punchline to speak truth. That's unfortunate, but I'm so glad that you're very woke. I'm going to be really paying attention to the Dave Chappelle some more. I was highly entertained by that. I was like, okay, Dave Chappelle, that was dope. And I was definitely feeling it. I was feeling it. Him with the cigarette. I'm like, I never see him like, you smoking a cigarette on TV? You better come on, okay? And so, yeah, so I just want to say, you better come on. I'm like, Dave, you were speaking facts. And I'm like, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave. So my energy, and I've been reading the Final Call newspaper. The Final Call newspaper. I was reading some articles in that. I have been so encouraged, and I was telling somebody, I was like, I have a fire inside of me, and I don't want this fire to burn. You know what I'm saying? I'm encouraged to really get involved and really research of self, research different ideas, and really watch people that are really doing something outside of the celebrity gossip realm. You know what I mean? So I was really doing that, and I got a couple of hours of sleep, and I was like, okay, Wiley, you got to sleep. But I was reading and reading and reading. I said, I got to go to sleep. But that Dave, let me tell you that Dave Chappelle, I watch that about 3 or 4 times. And then after this episode, I'm going to rewatch it on YouTube. Because I didn't watch it on TV. I watched it on YouTube. And because they was playing a little clip of it on CNN. And I was like, okay, let me watch it. And I was like, okay, wow. Oh, I was laughing. I was like, okay, yes. So all right, and something else happened before I get into the juicy stuff. I'm just opening it up so the people to come on in the room. A lot of mess happened with G Status ATL Hustle. A lot of mess happened with G Status ATL Hustle. I got some reports that it was some fighting, that one of the cast members, Delicious, was escorted out by security. She said on her Instagram that the producer tried to beat her up and that she wanted to fight. And she said, quote, when I see the producer, it's going down. I was invited to go to G Status. They reached out to me to come. I could not go because I work now. And so they did reach out to me. It was so last minute, I couldn't really take off of work because I have a job to do tomorrow. And I have things to do today. So they did reach out to me, not to host, but I don't know what to do. I was going to do a little something. I did want to host the show, but she said that the producer pretty much wanted to fight her. So I was hearing a lot of stuff. So I don't know if it's all true. We shall remain and see it. But Delicious was going off last night. Them eyeballs was red and she was pissed. She said they escorted her out. They threw her out. And then she said, it's the producers that's the draw. I was like, oh, I'm here for it. Even though I felt sorry that they just threw her out, but I was being messy. I'm like, when the episode gonna come out? When the episode gonna come out? Okay. So that's all I want to say about G Status. I want to open up with this, and then I'm gonna get into my 2 topics. I was watching The Real Hot Boys of Houston. And I'm a little disappointed with The Real Hot Boys of Houston. Let me tell you why. The Real Hot Boys of Houston, most of the cast came on The Wiley Show, correct? Yes. But some of the episodes of The Real Hot Boys of Houston, you cannot hardly hear what the cast is saying. The production got to do a better job with hooking them up with mics, because I could not get through any other episodes because I can't hardly hear the cast. The audio, I couldn't hardly hear the cast. And when they was outside, I'm just hearing the traffic, and I had to literally turn up the volume to hear what they're saying. Don't get me wrong. The Real Hot Boys of Houston got some very hot boys. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. August is very sexy, very attractive. Okay. And if I was a bottom, I'd just let them just take me and just throw me to the side, flip me over. But I'm not a bottom. I'm not a bottom. But if I was a bottom, that would be the type of top I would love to have, because that's a man. But the show need a little bit more work. It's the production is just not there, and it's so hard for me to review the show because I can't understand the dialogue. I can't understand the dialogue, so it's hard for me to review it. And I'm like, they got to work with the mics and then with the storylines. Now, one of the members, I think his name is Ashton, they said he was catfishing people. So I'm like, I want to hear more about the catfish, because I used to catfish people. I'm like, he used to catfish people, so I'm not alone. And Ashton looked good, but they said he used to be fat. And that's one of the cast members of Real Hot Boys of Houston. They said he used to catfish folks. So I want to get more into the show. I just want to tell production that they got to work better with the mics. They got to work better. We got to be able to hear the cast. Even if we can't really see you clearly, if it's not the best HD, at least give me good audio so I can hear the dialogue and hear what you're saying. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give the show another chance. But that's just my thing. But when I heard the catfish, I did listen, even though I couldn't hardly hear what they were saying. They said he catfish folks. I'm like, is I'm not okay? And he's very attractive. He's very sexy. But he used to catfish folks. I'm like, woo, okay. All right. But let me be clear. One of the cast members, I think the star of the show is, this is me being real, is August. Okay, that's the star. He's very attractive, very sexy, and I had to be professional when I'm interviewing people. You know what I'm saying? And I was very professional. I was like, "Whoo, let me be professional," because you got to be professional. You know what I mean? But he was very, very good eye candy. Okay, I said I used to catfish. Okay, get it right. I used to catfish. But August is very, very attractive, and that's when I knew that I'm delivered, that I am professional. I don't flirt. I'm like, how you doing? I do my job. But it's difficult when you're around a lot of attractiveness, sexiness, but yes, but you got to be professional, very, very professional and everything like that, okay? And it was another guy that I had over and I was interviewing, very sexy, very attractive, smelled good, looked good, very professional, okay? Because, you don't want bad things to get out because, I'm growing, you know what I mean? And you don't want to make a guest feel uncomfortable. You want to talk about the stuff and not flirt with them, because half these people got boyfriends and all that. And then I don't want their boyfriend trying to beat me up. The old Wiley didn't give a fuck. But this the new Wiley, the professional Wiley, about his business, being more mainstream. I'm not with that alley gutter stuff like I used to, okay? But now I'm good, but he's very attractive. And if I was a bottom, okay? If I was a bottom, but I'm not a bottom, okay? I am a strict top, but I am a top that ain't topping nobody, okay? I am sitting here, I'm celibate, okay, and Vaseline, okay? I'm very, very Vaseline with my hands. That's it, okay? Just to let you all know, I'm not out here humping. So that I haven't humped in a long time, about to be 30 years old. So I do probably want to hump when I'm 30, at least I have a good in for my birthday, but I'm not going to do that because I'm celibate. All right, so we got to get into Bow Wow. Okay, but I want to send my condolences to, oh my gosh, let's put his picture up, y'all. King, I don't even know who this young man, I was never into his music, but it was all down my timeline. King Von. Oh my gosh. So it was an article and all down the news. They were saying that he was killed by the police, but then news originally they were saying that, right? But then when the articles and the media started getting in, they was like, no, he was actually killed by somebody shot and killed him, outside of a nightclub in Atlanta. So, and it came out. And so yesterday, a suspect has been charged in a Friday morning shooting that killed Chicago rapper King Von outside of a downtown nightclub in Atlanta. And this is why I don't go a lot of nightclubs. And what I tell people, I'm like, you all got to be careful going to these clubs because it's a lot of devilish things that goes on in these clubs. It's a lot of stuff that goes on in these clubs, and you have to be very careful going to these clubs. And it's a lot of activity. It's a lot of people that hate on you, and a lot of these young rappers still don't understand that when you out there, you got to have the best security, the best thing. But when you out here beefing, it's a lot of people. It is so dangerous. So I'm so hurt, and I saw a picture of his baby mama. I think she was in the military. I think she does military or whatever, but beautiful family. He's a father, I think, of two. I read. And so I'm just like, you got to be very, very careful. But a lot of these rappers, they want to beef. They want to do this stuff. They want to go on the internet, say this. They want to be jealous. It's a lot of these gangs that's in these rappers because a lot of these rappers can't get away from the street life. So they bring the street life with them. And sometimes it really don't even be the rapper. It be their entourage that bring the drama. So if you're a rapper out there, he had 3 kids. Be careful having this entourage that's gang affiliated. So it's a lot of these people on their entourage, they be in gangs or they be in a clique and you beefing and all of this, and they be bringing gunshots. Then when you go to the club, that's how they're going to find you or pull up on you. So I'm really praying for his mother, praying for his children. This is another young, black, talented man gone so soon. And it's just so sad that, it's just that violence, that street violence got to go. That gang mentality have to cease. And so many of these rappers that really want to live up to that code, and they're losing their lives so young. He would never, you're losing your life so young. And so it's just that's something that and I'm hearing somebody say his grandfather started with the Crips. It's unfortunate, because if that's the case, he was doomed from the start. That's one thing I can say, that I did not get into gangs. I was too afraid to get into gangs. Some of the gang members were attractive, I might say so. They're very attractive. I was always attracted to like thuggish niggas, always attracted to thuggish niggas. That turned me on. But I was scared, because I'm like, you got to jump me to be in the game, or I had to rob somebody, or I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And I'm so afraid, because I never wanted to go to jail. And then I was so afraid of like trying to sell drugs or to get robbed. So I was scared. So I just got into the church and go to choir rehearsal. I was real scared, but I was attracted to the gangbangers though. I will tell you that. I would tell you that. Okay. I will tell you that I was very attracted to that thug. I'm still am to this day. Let me see a thug. Let me see a thug today, But I will tell you this. I am praying for King Von family, and is in my condolences. And we just lost another young black talented king. And it's just so sad that we lost him so young. And so I just praying. So y'all be prayed up, and it's just so sad. Just encourage people not to get into these gangs, because that's not the life. That's not the life. Okay. That's not the life. Okay. But this is not the life. Like, don't get me wrong. I was attracted to it. It was a swag, and I used to love the swag, and I was attracted to it, but I knew the danger of it, because I have friends that were in gangs and they're gone. You know what I'm saying? They're not here. I have brothers. I got brothers that were in gangs, selling drugs, and they're in prison. So it just wasn't for me. And I knew I knew I was gonna snitch. So I just knew I wasn't built for that lifestyle. I wasn't built for it. So I just went to the church and direct the choir and started selling no rock. I just said, Jesus is the rock. I wasn't selling no crack pipes or nothing. I was literally at church, went to church every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, went to school, church. So I had time to do no gangs, because we be at church all day long. Baby, you go to church at 10 o'clock, you don't get out until at nighttime. We went in the morning at 10 for Sunday school, and we didn't get out of the second service until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And please don't let nobody say they want to get on the altar and get a life to Jesus. Then we're going to be at church for a couple of more hours. Why are you waiting till the last minute? I'm ready to go. I want to get on the altar. Well, why you want to get on the altar 6 hours ago? I'm ready to go home. I'm hungry. I want to go home. I'm hungry. So, but they'll wait till the last minute. Oh, I have, but they're bringing me back. Flashback. At the last minute, you want to get up there. I want to get up. It is 9:30. And my pastor say, you want to get your life to Christ? He gonna preach. Preach about 13 sermons in one day. All right. Oh man, I'll be ready to go home, and I'm already hungry. And I be want to watch my shows at home. Whatever shows was on, I be want to watch TV. Shoot. All right. Let's bring back some flashbacks. Okay. I want to say shout out to y'all in the chat. Yes. So I really want to say this again, man. Y'all got to be careful joining them gangs. Get a job, get a career. But it's so difficult because I wasn't born in gang culture. My mom wasn't a gangbanger. My dad wasn't a gangbanger. My grandmother wasn't a gangbanger. So, but if roles could be reversed, I could have been born into the gang culture. You know what I'm saying? My life would have been different if all you seeing is Crips and Bloods or BD or GD or all of the Vice Lords. If you're growing up in that culture, it's hard to get away from that if that's all you see. You know what I'm saying? So if you see that as a baby and you grow up, it's difficult to say don't do the streets if you living and breathing the streets at home 24/7. So, but so that's what I'm saying. Like when people say joining the gang is a choice, for some people, it's not a choice. It's born into the family. and it's just there. You're just stuck into your environment. So that's why it's important not to judge folks. It's important to talk to people. And I just pray that people don't pick that lifestyle, because let me tell you, it's not a lifestyle that's going to keep you here forever. It's just not. It's really not. Your life going to be cut short, and that's exactly what it is. It's definitely going to be cut short, and I'm seeing that all down in that situation. And I'm like, growing up in Chicago, it's very, very terrible. I saw, and it's worse now when I was growing up, but now it's not. I want people to get in context. It's not where you get the gang leader and he got like 300,000 gang members and he said ceasefire. That don't exist no more. That's old school. The OGs, they all in jail. They locked up. They in prison, or some of them gone. They just in prison. So now, since when the government took a lot of those gang leaders away, now you have cliques. Now it's cliques of about 3 or 4, 6 people. And if your clique, if you did something to my guy or to somebody in my clique, I'm going to retaliate. And then that's what's going on. So they don't know how to say, oh, man, we can't shoot any kids around. They don't care about if it's kids. They don't care. They just don't care. They don't have no, they don't live by that street code. It's by any means necessary. And that is what is in the culture. And unfortunately, since public policy still not, giving the proper resources and giving people free college and tuition and income to really get them out of poverty, they be stuck into that gang culture. That's just unfortunate. And a lot of parents, some parents cannot keep up with their children. They got to work 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet. They can't keep up with Pookie and Ray Ray or what they doing. I got to work 2 jobs to keep a roof over their head. So they try to do their best, but if you work 2 jobs, it's hard for you to keep up of what's going on, especially if you live in an environment where you can't keep eyes on your children, especially if it's a 1-parent household. And if it's not like a 2-parent household where you have that structure and that authority. So it's just a lot that we have to work on in the Black community. I want to speak for us first because I'm in the Black community. I like to talk about my community. So it's just really, really sad. So I'm really praying for his family. Definitely praying for his family. Okay. All right. We got to get into a scammer. All right. So I was literally minding my own business, waiting to get a haircut and minding my own business. And I get a DM from some producers like, Wiley, did you hear? Bow Wow is scamming rappers. And so I see it on site and I couldn't find a rapper name. I'm like, what's dude's name? The dude that's getting scammed. So I finally found his Instagram. And I'm going to let you hear in his words of what actually happened of him getting scammed out of $2,000. Let me pull up his IG, and I want you all to hear it out of his words. And I talk with the name of the rapper is let me make sure I get his name correct because I mess up names. Hopefully I get it right. Psy the rapper. That is his name, Psy the rapper. And I'm gonna I'm gonna show you the video of him. Psy the rapper pretty much let Instagram know that Bow Wow scammed him out of $2,000. So let's play the video and I'm gonna be back with my commentary on the video. Okay. All right. So give me a second. Okay. All right. Where is that? Okay, let me take them off mute. Do I have that? There we go.
Hey, yo, so check it out. Anybody who know me know I don't get into the Instagram beef. No, I don't get into the Instagram views. No, I don't get into none of that. This ain't even so much so as a beef. This is just me addressing some bullshit that happened, right? So, boom, check it out. I was supposed to do some music promotion with Bow Wow, right? So I seen his post tagging upcoming artists or independent artists. I hit him up. We correspond. We work up a deal. We got a deal on the table. He said if I want the promo, I got to pay him 2 bands, right? Mind you, I'm not thinking this is a scam. This is his official page, and it's 2 bands. 2 bands to him ain't a lot of money. 2 bands to me is a lot of money because I'm in the hood. I'm working a 9 to 5. So you add up how many hours it's going to take me to accumulate 2 bands at a 9 to 5 minimum wage job, bro. You feel me? And you will see why I'd be upset. I'm not out here kicking down doors. I ain't knocking niggas over, taking their jewelry, none of that. I'm getting my money the honest way. So, boom. I pay my hard-earned money. I pay my 2 bands. Never received my promo, never received my money back, never even received. Hey, yo, so check it out. Anybody who know me know I don't get into the Instagram beef, no, I don't get into the Instagram feuds, no, I don't get into none of that. This ain't even so much so as a beef. This is just me addressing some bullshit that happened, right? So, boom, check it out. I was supposed to do some music promotion with Bow Wow, right? So I seen his post tagging up nation on what the holdup was or what happened with it or none of that. You feel me? Just nothing. So mind you, this situation happened 2 months ago. So this ain't no clout chasing, no, none of that. He had plenty of time to deliver. He never delivered. I've been working it out with the bank. I've already received 1,000 back, but I just got off the phone with the bank. The other 1,000, it don't look like it's gonna go through, and that's not cool. That's not good enough for me. I'm not having it because at the end of the day, I held up my end of the bargain. This man didn't have mainstream success. He done been out of poverty since he was a kid. I've been in poverty since I was a kid, and I'm trying to make it out. And you taking from me, bro. I'm 19, bro. I'm an average Joe, right? And you taking bread from me, and you got all this money. That's just not fair to me, bro. So anybody watching this, I just ask you to repost it, share it, tag Bow Wow, because I don't know if he did, not even just for my sake, because a few weeks ago, he posted that same post that got me sucked in, and I just start brewing with anger, bro. Like, we don't know if that's a scam or whatever is going on, but just nation on what the holdup was. Just repost it for me, tag him, because this shit ain't cool, man. Like, I held on my end of the bargain, and that's bad business. That's not good business. You feel me? And mind you, this ain't me hating on him, nothing. You feel me? I'm not slandering this nigga name. It's all fact. So if you don't believe me, swipe. I got the messages to prove it, bro. I ain't got nothing to hide, nothing to lie about, nothing to cap about, and I don't need no clout. If anything, this ain't making me this ain't making me no clout. This ain't making me look good. It's making me look bad because I got scammed. But I didn't think I would get scammed by Bow Wow. So just repost it for me. And that's all I got to say. Just repost it.
Okay, so this is the receipts of him. This is Bow Wow Instagram, right? And so Psy the rapper reached out to Bow Wow, and Bow Wow responded and said this: I'm down to talk business with you and use my platform to help you from features to promote and hosting. What type of money can you afford right now to start investing? And Psy responded, as of right now, I got 2 bands to start what with. I can get more to if it requires that. So Psy said, I can give you $2,000. So, and then Bow Wow responded, let's do something that makes sense. What if we go Instagram live and talk to my fans about your career and projects and get you viral? And at the same time, at least do a single and I'll do the intro talking real shit, hyping it up in promotions. Then Psy responded to Bow Wow saying, yo, that sounds great. I appreciate so much. Anything I can do to make the process go smoothly as possible, I will, bro. I'm down with that 100. Thanks again. Let me know the next steps. Let's get it. I'm ready. And if you're serious about working, I'll even go on he meant to say your post, like and comment. Let me see what the other comment was. Post, like, and comment, and you can use that for some more promotion. And this is the cash app that Bow Wow sent to him. He said send 1,000 to $ hardworking music and send the other 1,000 to Shad Moss 87 cash app. And he was like, split up the payments and screenshot and send me your number too. All right. Let's go to the next slide. So he showed the screenshot. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me go back. He showed the screenshot of paying the $1,000. Okay. And he says, oh, yo, Zell it to G promo. You got it. And then Bow Wow responded, got it. We good. Now, this is the screen recording that Psy recorded Bow Wow and Psy conversation. This is he screen recorded, which is very smart because people post and delete stuff, or they love to retract their messages in the IG, and you see it down there of him giving the money. Then you see him posted down there And then he was like, yo, this is him asking, all is well, just touching to see how things are coming along. A promotion company hit me up today, but I'm ready working with y'all. So I'm just checking in on what he reaching out to Bow Wow about his, his investment. Like, I gave you 2 racks. Where you at? And this happened back in September. And so he posted all the information and all of that, and he did not get a response. Now, Psy the rapper is in LA. And so I called, I reached out to Psy, and I reached out to Psy this morning to see what's going on. Then I started to get other DMs from other rappers that are getting scammed from these mainstream rappers. It's a scam that's going on. If you hear this, like they'll say, give me $500 and add it to the playlist, or I will stream your music on this playlist. A lot of rappers are getting scammed. So it's a Instagram account that I've done extensive research on, that I found them out today, that literally been, I want to give a shout out to Mixy Radio, and it was another Instagram account that said Rap Ponzi Scheme. They have been reporting on this for months, that rappers going around preying on independent artists, where you will send your money and you don't get a return of your investment. Or they'll say, hey man, you could be on my mixtape and you on the playlist on Spotify that ain't getting no clicks and views because they're scamming people out of money. Okay. And a lot of these celebrities are doing it. And what gets me with this situation, and all of this is allegedly. The reason why I think this is true, because he showed me some stuff. And my thing is this, Bow Wow is really, Bow Wow reached out to him today, and then he still ain't posted a man. Now he told him today, he was like, Sal, okay, I'll report, I'll promote your music. Because now he's getting backlash from people, because now they are dragging him in the comments like, Bow Wow, pay this man the money, pay this man the money. Now Bow Wow went on his Instagram today and went back and said the same post, that if you go, let me go to Bow Wow Instagram, because he changed his name. I don't want to give his government. I'm gonna go to his Instagram, because I know him about Bow Wow. That shade mall stuff. That child, I don't know about that. So he posted this on his Instagram, and this is how they get you. They was like, DM me if you rap, sing, or produce. Okay. He put it in. He said, tag a dope artist. Never gonna stop. DM me now. Let's work. I want to help y'all out. Let's get it. So he's putting that out because now he's trying to act like, okay, now I want to work with y'all. So tag a dope artist, because he's getting so much backlash of charging these artists. Let's stick with Psy, and not doing what he's supposed to do. You're scamming these artists out, and it's crazy. And what gets me, people were saying like, Bow Wow will never do that, he's wealthy. A lot of these rappers are not wealthy. They're put on these they put on these catfish personas, and they're really struggling. A lot of these rappers are in debt. So what they would do, they would prey on these independent artists like, hey man, get $500 and I will promote your music, and then you never see no results. And I tell artists all the time, I say, you would come out better paying the Shade Room, paying Neighborhood Talk, and paying these platforms that get high engagements, and pay them a coin and allow them to make a post, and people will subscribe to your music, right? Instead of you paying these rappers. Because if you see, and then before you give your money to these rappers, look at look at their history with whoever they worked with before. And if they did not do no good job with them, what do you think they're gonna do with you? If they're not out here promoting, and before you go and invest in somebody, add on to somebody's playlist, go on Spotify to make sure that playlist is getting views, is getting streams. So it's really sad that a lot of these celebrities are out here doing this and and they can get away with it because they're famous. Don't nobody know who Psy is. He's an unknown rapper. Many people was in the comments was like, It's only $2,000. Get over it. I make more. I said to you, that may be nothing, but to him, that's everything if you work check from check. Especially, you know what I'm saying? If you work from check to check and you do that, that is just how it is. If you work from check to check, that's just how it goes. Now, it could be a fake pay. I'm going to just say allegedly. But I'm going to report on this because I don't think it's allegedly. I think this is really real. I think this is serious because other outlets, Hollywood Unlocked picked it up and On Site picked it up. And he showed me the screenshot. And so I don't believe that it's fake. I'm going to just say allegedly because we public. So I guess I got to say allegedly. Okay. But it's so unfortunate that people would diss you. And that's why I would tell rappers and I will tell rappers that if you are just save your money up, go to the studio and invest in platforms like the Shade Room is really great. They're really pricey though, but at least you would get fans added onto your IG and your streams will go up. I know artists personally that pay the neighborhood talk and they have gotten good streams and more followers. That's how I got to know some of these artists because you can pay. Now, some of that's a secret. They ain't not going to tell you that they do that, but they do it. You could pay these blogs and they put your music up there. Like, go stream this such artist, or you make a video, or they will post your video on there, and that's just how they do it. That's what goes on, people. If you don't believe me, I know it happened. They don't really advertise it, but that's what happened. They, if you see an independent artist, you be like, why they got the independent art? Because they paid to get on there. It is what it is. I could have done that too. I can play some of these blogs to put my show on that blogs, but I don't do it because I'm like, me giving you $500, that's $500. I can literally do more marketing and promotion and all of that. I don't see that, but I don't have nothing wrong with it. Now, if I had a project or a documentary, if I want to put it on the Shade Room, I would do that because that would be beneficial. So not saying that don't do that because it's very beneficial for it. But if you don't want to do that, if you just want to happen organically and you just want to put the work in, then put the work in. I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but I will tell you this, though. Be mindful of going on these random Instagram posts, sending your money to these people without showing your results. Don't do it. Send them probably half, but before you send that, make sure that they're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep a good track record. Now, even for this show, even when somebody sponsored us, we keep a great track record that is email correspondence where we're going back and forth, and it's a great track record where you come on the show, you promote your product and all of that, and we have a conversation before it actually happened, and you see the end results. Now, I had some people that were trying to say, oh, Wiley is a scammer and all of that. Then I had to pull the receipts, and then everybody was like, no, he not. He promoted you from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, G. I promoted you forever, and the video stays up. But what I will tell people that artists like Aside or whomever, you gotta be careful having these people that say they can help you and all that. If it sounds too good to be good, just be very careful with that because you would have came out better. And I told them, I said, you would have came out better to go on these different shows. I gave them a list of people. I was like, I gave them like, and I'm gonna use this example. I said, you would come out better. I'm not going to say no names because people get triggered when I say names. But I did give them a name of shows that you can go on and pay them. And then that can help with your streams because you can pay some YouTubers that will react to your YouTube video and you get more attention. Especially if you go on a platform with 100, 200,000 and their engagements are high. And I said, before you pay that, look at their engagements, look at the comments, look at what they did for previous artists to know that that's a great investment. Because just because you got a lot of followers, that don't mean that your engagements match up to your followers. Because it's another blog out here, Hollywood Unlocked, that be out here be telling people promote on my platform, promote, because they really be wanting them promotion dollars, but their engagement's not that high. Because I looked at the Hollywood Unlocked page. Wiley, I'm about to be a little bit messy. I know it, but I got to say it. I looked at them engagements. Them engagements is not that high. Okay? Them engagements is not that high on Hollywood Unlocked. I gotta say it. Now I went on other pages. The engagements are really high. The comments, I'm looking at them engagements. I just don't look at the followers, people. You better not just look at the followers. Look at the comments. Look at the engagements. Be down in them comments. Look at the traction. See them in the engagements down there. That is what counts. Don't just go by that number Because if you doing it like that, you won't have to make a post every 3 days. Hey, y'all, if I'm getting all these requests. If you all want to DM me, help me with your business, ain't nobody reaching out to you. You want them dollars to be increased so you get a more income. Ain't nobody reaching out to you on the street talking about, hey, how can I uplift on there? No, baby. You must give food to these other people. Mm-hmm. And so what they're doing is they're using other bloggers to raise their profile up. They're not really getting no views like that. Like, let's be crystal clear. Just because you get these celebrities, do you get great engagements? You may have that celebrity, but are your engagements up there? And a lot of these people, their engagement's not up there like you think. Now, I give a big shout out to a lot of these blogs that are out here that are actually doing it the right way, but it's a grimy business. This business is very grimy. You have people that will steal your ideas, won't give you credit. They will be afraid to say your freaking name. You know, they it's just that way. They'll take your watermark off and put their watermark on. This is a very grimy business, and you're not gonna know how grimy it is until you in the business. Now, with this story, the reason why it's not picking up traction, because Hollywood Unlocked, the Ponzi scheme, this Instagram page that I announced, what's the name of this Instagram page again? Let me give them a shout out. The Rap Ponzi scheme, Instagram, they don't get engagements. They small, they don't get engagements, but they reached out to Hollywood Unlocked to cover this story about these rappers scamming, these independent artists. Hollywood Unlocked blocked them. But since Psy posted his story and another blog posted that get better engagements than Hollywood Unlocked on site, listen to me. Since on site posted it, Psy started to go viral. That rapper you see on my green screen right there, he started to go viral because on site posted it, and then Hollywood Unlocked, they try to post it all like, no, because of your competitors that get better engagements. Okay? They get better engagements than Hollywood Unlocked. They don't have the followers as Hollywood Unlocked, but their engagements are better. You heard it here on the Wiley Show. This is why the Wiley Show are not that well liked, because I just keep it real. You can't just put something over my head or something like that. Okay? All right? All right. A lot of these people be trying to do spin-off shows on their YouTube channel and don't get no traction. So what they'll do is they'll lie. Oh, Lord, I'm about to say it. They will lie. Now, I'm talking about Hollywood Unlocked. I'm going to just tell you the game, how they do up on Hollywood. They will sell you a dream like you could be on Wendy Williams one day. You can interview celebrities one day. But before you do that, come on my show for free so you can drive up my engagements, because you're kicking my ass in viewership on YouTube. You're kicking my ass on YouTube. You're getting way more views. So I'm going to bring you to my platform, because I got the connections. I can get you on Wendy Williams. You believe that if you want to, but you're getting used to drive up the traction over there. But some people, they don't care about getting used, because I want to be around these fake celebrities. I want to be on the red carpets. So I will sell myself short just to get into Hollywood. Some people would do stuff like that. Some people, they love it. Some people, they love being around celebrities. Maybe it's a Scorpio in me, but that don't make me move. If it is, it is. That don't make me move to be into these circles. But a lot of these people are getting used. They don't see it because they think they're gonna be on Wendy Williams. They're getting clouded and all that type of stuff. Like, no. If I'm coming on your show and I give you the highest rated on your show, okay, I'm done talking about these two people. I'm preaching right now because it's Sunday. I'm preaching, but I ain't gonna say no name. I'm gonna just preach. I'm gonna just preach. If you're going on somebody else's show and you're getting the highest rated, you're the highest rated person on the show, more than the celebrities, more than the celebrity that come on the show, but you got to yet come on. You get more ratings. No, because they want your fan base. They don't want you. They want the fan base, because your fan base, so they can come and subscribe. But they're not going to. But this is the thing, though. You have to notice that, because I notice it. You know what I'm saying? I notice that all the time. So when the celebrities come up on there, don't nobody be in that chat. But best believe when a blogger that got the influence come on there, then they'll be in the chat. That'll let you know. But how can that be? But you got Floyd Mayweather. You got all these stuff. It don't mean nothing, but do you got the personality? You got the connections, but your personality is dry. It's the stone cold truth. It is the truth. And so don't you think that these people be putting up, one thing about Hollywood, some stuff be fake. They put them illusions up, and a lot of these people don't sell it short. A lot of these folks, just be careful. Just keep doing your work. I will tell you this, okay? Just keep doing your work. I will tell you this. Don't get discouraged. Keep doing your work and work away and just stay in your lane, because you may be doing better than people that you think that's doing so better than you. You may be doing better than them. All right? So I just had to just say that because it's going to help somebody. Because I'm saying, I'm like these celebrities come on this show, but don't nobody view it. Don't nobody view it. I get quadruple the viewership with my personality alone. And I'm like, And I'm like, okay, we shall see. What is this? Are you just using me to build up your platform? And my thing is this: if you really love my talent, and I'm not gonna say no names because y'all know who I'm talking about. If you really love my talent, put me on Hollywood Unlocked. That's on iHeart. Can you put me on Hollywood Unlocked? I'm giving you a lot of ratings, but don't put me on the side show, the ghetto show, the late night ghetto show. Put me on the show where you sit with the celebrities and that you're streaming on iHeart. Because if I'm bringing you the ratings, I am deserving to be on that show, not the little bootleg show you trying to compete with these other bloggers. Especially when I'm bringing the ratings. You got to be real to have this type of teacher. You better know you better be real. Okay? All right. I'm just saying. I will not be giving you. You better understand your self-worth. Because some of these people, they be sitting here, they be understanding all that type of stuff. And sometimes, let me tell you, you don't need no Wendy Williams to be famous. You don't need that stuff. Because a lot of these people, they're not going to be here in the next 5 to 6 years. A lot of these shows that you're seeing, you're not going to see Wendy Williams too long. Her as in television business, she's not going to be in the business too long. Give her a couple of more years. That's it. Number one, her health. And number two, soon as they get somebody to replace her, nobody can replace her right now. Nick Cannon was her replacement. But Nick Cannon kind of messed up right now, so he really can't replace her. So they would just deal with her. They know that she's trash. They know that she's coming up drunk. But they just have to just deal with her until they can find her replacement. But they will find her replacement. Best believe somebody that can tap into that urban market, they will. You better ask Steve Harvey. Okay? Don't you think that these people can replace you? You better ask Steve Harvey. That man got fired and replaced. He got bought, sold, and fired. Did he get fired? Did he get fired? Fired. Yes, they did. They fired him and put somebody else on his plate. Now he on Facebook. So I'm just telling you, because you can make probably more money online than you can on television, especially if you can control the content. You understand what I'm saying? You have so much freedom being online than you is being on another show. Because unless you go in there, you got full control, full ownership, full rights to it. Now, when you have YouTube, you make the bulk of your money. Now, some of these people, they're going to notice that when they move around in Hollywood. They're going to notice that. They're going to make more money doing it independently than to do it on these other outlets. Because a lot of these celebrities, why do you think they're running to YouTube? Because that's where the money at. And they can cut out the middleman. But a lot of them celebrities tried to come to YouTube and they didn't last too long. because they didn't have the personality, because you got to have the true gift. All that fake stuff, because we don't care about you blue check verified. We don't care. We want to know, can you entertain? A lot of them celebrities, they couldn't cut it on YouTube. They tried. They couldn't do it. They couldn't cut it. They couldn't do it. They ain't had a personality. They tried to do it. They had a lot of these people, we are more talented than a lot of these TV personalities. They be trying their best to come on YouTube, and their personality ain't there. Because on YouTube, you got to do it without producers. You doing it on your own. That personality is there. They're going to YouTube and they're going to OnlyFans. Yeah, to make an income. But you so rich. Why you got to be on OnlyFans? Ain't you rich? Don't you got millions upon millions? So I've seen it happen. So I will open up the phone lines. I just had to say that because I'm not a hater. I'm just a realist, and a lot of stuff I have to be cautious on what I see, because don't you just get used. Understand your self-worth, understand your gift, and it's okay to share and help people. Just like I was on, and we're going to open up the phone lines. I was on Leo the Lioness channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe. I was on her channel, and I shared it on my community wall because she is so supportive of the Wiley Show. So I just so happened to see her live. And I jumped on her. I jumped on her YouTube. I didn't care. I was like, I'm coming on here, and we talked. I think for over 2 hours, and it was in the middle of the night on YouTube on StreamYard. So I don't mind sharing the gift, because that's how you get your blessings. When you can share. Now I'm cautious on who I share it with, but if it's somebody that's loyal and really out here showing me love like that, you gonna feel my support, okay? That's just how it is. If you have each other and all that, I'll be right over there in a second, okay? All right. Oh my gosh, Alex on the Jeopardy host. Oh, he dies at 80. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh wow, he died from cancer. Okay, oh my God, he passed away. So we praying for his family too. We praying for his family. Now, Steve Harvey, don't think that you're going to get that Jeopardy job. You ain't getting that job, okay? Don't you even try to send your application, because they've been canceled you, okay? Okay, I can just see Steve Harvey right now send his application in to apply for Jeopardy. I can see that right now. But let me open up the phone lines, okay? Don't you try to send your application in. They done been blackballed you. Now you know how it feels. Now you know how I feel. You did all that talking to Monique. Ooh, she this. Ooh, she that. And you got fired. Ooh, Lord Jesus. This is, did all that talking to your black sister, and them white folks dumped you and replaced you with a white woman. You know. Snatch. All right. Okay. I can just see her right now. All right, let me see if I go to Jeopardy. No, they're not giving that to you. Okay, all right. They're not gonna give that to you. All right. Let's go to the. If anybody want to call in, y'all can speak to me. Okay, 4756 caller, you on the air.
Hey, Brother Wiley, this Brother Warren. New Orleans Wake Up. I had talked to you a few months ago. I called in. Are you live on YouTube also now?
I'm live on YouTube. What's on your mind?
Okay, yeah. What's on my mind was I wanted to say something briefly about the presidential election.
Uh-huh.
And I think what African Americans need to be cognizant of is the operation that was going on in the Black community to organize some Black people to vote away from, let's say, Biden for Trump. And let me show you how this was working out. I'm sure you've been hearing about this little movement called Black Men for Trump and all that kind of stuff. What you had been going on is on social media, like the YouTube channels and Twitter, there are different groups. For example, there's a group called ADOS, ADOS. Have you heard of them?
I heard of them, yeah.
And, ADOS was a group that took the issue of reparations, rallied around reparations. But the co-founder, what they were doing was promoting among Black people is anti-Black immigrant sentiment. So that is, they were directing black people to look at continental Africans and blacks from the Caribbean as their enemy, right? And supporting Trump. Then you have the groups, they call themselves Native Americans. Now, these are black people who argue that black people don't come from Africa. They're from right here in North America, but yet they are promoting Trump in a right-wing agenda. Then you have a group of people with YouTube vlogs who travel to Africa. They encourage African Americans to go to Africa, but they're promoting Trump. So what we had is we had a right-wing operation in the black community that were using different groups that came up within the last 4 years, like around the same time of Trump's duration in office. And so they were using topics that would attract the masses of black people to them, but they were encouraging them politically not to vote or to vote for Trump. And I read today that Trump's support of the blacks did increase. And we need to be careful of these little schemes going on under our nose to kind of sway us away from things that might be in our better interest at the moment. And I just want to, because that's really kind of on my mind about how you have this going on. They're all kind of people on the social media, because, younger people like yourself, you all are getting information based from social media. And so people are organizing these ideas and creating a following. And
okay. I hear your point, and I hear your point. But that is why it is so important for black media folk to support black media companies. And that is why it's so important for black media to get advertising dollars so they can become bigger media. Okay. The conservatives, they have a stronger media agenda. That engine from the conservatives are much stronger than quote unquote what they say liberals or even black media, because we're not getting the advertising dollars. Okay. We're not getting the money to increase, but the conservatives, they have millions of listeners. They have millions upon millions of listeners. So we just have to do a better job and investing so our message for our people, so they won't have misinformation.
Well, they call the new black media is supposed to be these YouTube vlogs where people have shows. So what I'm saying is,
that's true.
What you see is that's what I'm saying. My argument is what you see is see back in the day when I was coming up, a black conservative wore a bow tie, they look something like a nerd and talk like white people. That's what a conservative Republican was. But now what has happened, the operation has gotten more sophisticated. They have tapped into the hip hop conscious Afrocentric community. So now you have people with dreadlocks and African names saying Trump 2020. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but
it's more sophisticated.
Okay, but to me, if you want to support Trump, then do you. But you know what I'm saying? I can't stop that. Whatever your reason that you want to support, go ahead, black man, support. Just like Ben Carson. I was reading an article about Ben Carson that he was so popular in the black community, but now black folks don't even mess with Ben Carson. Why? Because he was working with Trump, but he was so in the black community loved Ben Carson. But now you went on and got used, and you want to kick black folks out of housing. You wanted to pull back regulation about. It's like, but you grew up on food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Your mom was on food stamps. So it's just like you forget where you come from, but he's not the only black person that forget where they come from. It's plenty of them like that. They be like, I'm doing good. You forget that your struggle. You forget, and you be afraid to uplift the black agenda because you don't want to make your white counterparts feel some type of way.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's just, I agree with everything you said. I was just looking at the other deceptive way that this is being done, and it's being done through what we look at as the everyday black person on the ground approach, So I just wanted to throw that up out there that we have to be cognizant of these
Well, thank you, sir.
agendas that are in our face.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
brother.
right.
All right. He just came in and switched the subject. Okay. No. See, you listen to what I'm saying. Now you got to be poor and black. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is when you make it and get money and you become wealthy, it is a balance, and it's a balance. And you have to understand not to forget where you come from and not to forget the struggle. Okay. And make sure you help fund the people that's in the struggle to help uplift other folks out. If you make it out, if I make it out and I'm a billionaire, I should help fund organizations. Even if I don't want to lead the organization, I should help organizations, give a funding to these organizations to help other black people. When it comes to Black Lives Matter, when it comes to civil rights organizations, let me help assist some of my income. And there's nothing wrong, especially if you're worth millions. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wealthy, so I would love to talk to wealthy black people. And it was a documentary. They was talking about black folks that are like well off, they were like educated, and they make money, and how they were saying they were talked about from the black community that they're sellouts and all that. I think they need to do an updated documentary on black successful families and what do they go through, because I'm interested in seeing that, because I saw a documentary before, but I would love to see them update that. Okay. But I'm sorry, y'all, that we got off topic and everything like that. I'm so sorry we got off topic. But that caller called in, and I'm sorry because I'm streaming on Blog Talk Radio on YouTube. Okay, so but the subjects, let's get back to the subjects. We talked about the situation with Bow Wow. Do you think Bow Wow is a scammer? And I also talked about knowing your self-worth when it's dealing with the businesses. Okay, when I'm talking about you a blogger. So that's just my message. That's just how I feel. And I want to say that if I have a brother or sister that's on iHeart, you be like, okay, and you got the ratings, put me on iHeart. That's with me. Like, can you put me on iHeart? So I can, but most people, that's when you know if it's genuine. That's when you know if it's genuine and stuff. And then, everybody does everything. Everybody got different things that work for them. And I get it. But it's my job with my audience to give my opinion. And I think I did a great job without being insulting. I just gave my opinion. I think that was really great. I think that was great. Let me hold up. Let me drop something real quick. Hold on. I think I did really good with that. I did really good. I did. I felt that. I felt that the message was okay, and it wasn't insulting, and it was great. Okay, so let's go to the phone lines. 4429, caller, you on there?
Yes, I'm not going to change the subject. I want to piggyback on what the man was saying. People, there's a lot of groups out here doing a whole lot of stuff. Why do they think that we can't think for ourselves? If you listen to somebody and they telling you to go vote for Trump, Biden, Mickey Mouse, or Santa Claus, and that's not what you want to do, you're not going to do it no matter what they're saying.
Right. But
Adolf, Yvette Carnell, to me, they had a good platform, but they get so bitter and they just, talk about the negativity of it all instead of pushing for the reparation. Now,
right, because
is not
Yvette
not against.
What Yvette should have been on. She should have been on Capitol Hill. This the thing. Who you think that's gonna give us?
And they're both really smart. Her and I forget his name. They're very smart, but they're not putting the right energy behind their program. And the things they're saying may be true, but it's 100 ways to get somewhere, right?
Right.
And
but
it's not against Caribbeans, Africans.
Right.
Adolf is what it is. It's American descendants of slavery. That's what I am.
That's what it is.
American descendant of slavery.
But blue skies.
If you came over here, if you're not an American descendant of a slavery, you're not going to get the reparations because your ancestors weren't slaves.
Right. But blue skies. They have to do better with the infrastructure. It's a great message, but it means nothing if you ain't putting the boots on the ground and working with the politicians to implement it, because they got the purse.
Because they're getting wrapped up into the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
And to the wrong, and you can't get it if you telling people don't vote. That's a contradiction. That's like
right.
Who gonna give people the dollar?
But I always hear Yvette say vote down ballot. So I never heard her say don't vote or vote. I don't listen to her anyway, so whatever. But nobody can tell me, like, I can listen to things and read, comprehend, and I believe the people can too. You know what I'm saying? So people, it's all kind of groups out here, and people do get caught up. But that's where their mindset is. You got to be able to think for yourself. But I want to say ADOS is not against the Caribbean brothers and sisters, the African brothers and sisters, the UK brothers and sisters. ADOS is American descendants of slavery. So if you're not an American descendant of slavery, you're not going to get reparations no matter what it's called. Because
reparations, if it ain't going to get it if Congress don't pass it and the Senate don't put it. So it's like...
Right, but I'm just saying, if you're not a descendant of a slave in America and you came over here 10 years ago, it's not that we don't love you or value you, it's that you don't fit into that statistic.
Right, but I hear what you're saying. Yes, but it's
pit the black people against the black people when everybody should be pushing, together. Okay, I gotta go.
I hear you, but it's a congressman or congresswoman. Congress, I think, brought that up. A bill to help give reparations to black people. I can't think of the name, but this is nothing new. I just think like we have to, ADOS people have to fund politicians to make sure their agenda is implemented.
Right. But you know what? Somebody else may pick up that agenda. They might call it something else, and they may get further. So one person can start something, don't mean it's going to end with them.
Right.
That's how science is. Someone comes up with an idea. They find the gene for cancer. Then another scientist will come along. They'll, find the cure for it. So things build upon each other. Everything don't end and stop with one person or group.
That's true.
Okay, I gotta go. I'm working.
That's all we ask. We just ask for money from the government to pay us back for all the stuff that it is so simple, but it's simple, but it's going to be challenging. Because white America ain't going to be willing to write that check. You're going to have a battle. You want to make white people look at you, tell them to share the wealth. Okay? All right? All right. So you gotta be unified and put that, and you gotta put that plan in motion. And it'll change. Don't happen overnight. Let me see if anybody else want to call in. The number is 646-716-8447. That is the number. I was getting so many compliments on my hair. Thank y'all so very much. I know I looked really bad, really rough. But I went to the barbershop and I got a haircut. Okay. I got a haircut and all of that good stuff. So thank you all so very much for that. And the Wiley Show is so much better than what it was. So we doing a great job for that. Okay, so I was still watching the news. I'm still fired up. I see it. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do, people. Okay, we have a lot of work to do. All right, so let me see if there's any callers in queue. And this is what I want to say for artists, y'all. Again, I could be a great manager or producer, right? If you have money. And if you need any suggestion, just send me an email or DM. But let me just tell you this. If you have a single out, right? You have a single out. It is so many YouTubers that have great engagements that will come on, that will allow you on their show if you give them a coin. Okay? But you will get a return on your investment, especially if they go live. Because do an interview, play the music, and then you have fans that are instantly in the chat right there where you're talking to people right there. Okay? Be like, okay, if they have a show, this suggests to any artists out here, if any YouTubers, I can name them right now, but I'm not because I don't want to trigger nobody. If they got a show and you got $2,000, wait till they talk about a popular subject when they get thousands of people in their chat. Pay the money and have you go on their show and introduce your project on the show. Go on a show that with high engagements, okay? All right, and it's a lot of YouTubers like that. They said, Wiley, I'm the consultant, no more free advice. This would be so hard to give people free advice all the time. And it's people out there, it's people out there. It's like, they're out there. It's people that get great high engagement. And there's some bloggers out there that got great high engagement. Their voice got that influence. I call it, they got that Oprah voice. It's some YouTubers that got that swag. They ain't got that Oprah power. Let me not take it that far. But they have some influence. Because if I have some influence and people get some stuff off of my voice, I know your voice is quadruple. So that's what I want to say. So, and they're out there, okay? Like Lovely T, she get high engagements. Who else? Name the names. Tay said Armand, another one. High engagements. You offer him $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, you will be on his show. All right? They're not gonna turn down no $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. They ain't gonna turn that. You get your stimulus check or your tax check, and you got a great project, and you want some great promo. You negotiated with, and you negotiated. Get a contract, clear language of negotiate of your ideas with great engagements. Okay, all right. It's people that's out there that have great engagements on their YouTube channel. All right. I'm just telling you, if you want to be on bigger platform. Now, if your budget is smaller, if you have like a smaller budget and your budget's just not that big, then you go on the Wiley Show. You go on those type of shows that will work with your budget. Now, if you go to the Shade Room, they're not gonna work with you. Well, all I got is $300. They're gonna look at you. They're gonna laugh at you. You're not going on no Shade Room for no $300. Their engagements are too high. It's thousands of dollars you got to pay to get on the Shade Room. All right, to advertise your business. So, but if you have if you're just starting out and you have somebody that all that like that will work with your budget, then work with a Wiley Show for a month and see how it is for 30 days. And then you grow from there. Okay. Before you make a long-term investment or a long-term commitment, work with that show for 30 days. All right. Come on the Wiley Show. We'll help you. And I've helped people that came on the show. Okay. I've done that. I've helped people. I've done consultation for people. I didn't even charge them that much. I'm like, just pay me this. Let me tell you this. Work hard. Great titles. Great thumbnails. Talk about, if you're in celebrity gossip, trending news, type on the story and stay consistent, and you will get there. It's so simple. And you will learn just by doing it for so long. True at the Shade Room, even the celebrity charge dollars. Yes. Will I promote music? I can't play your music on YouTube, but if you're an artist, I can do an interview. And this is the key, artists. Make sure that people get to like you personally. Let them first get to like you, and you come on there, you come on the show, and then you have music, and then your streams will go up. This is why I suggest, like, if you go on the show and you on YouTube and you start to get your voice out there and your voice out there, and you got music and all of that, but just be, and you know what? Make sure before you release a record, let your families and friends sit there. If they say the crap is crap, don't be putting out no crap. Okay? Okay? Pay somebody to say, do this sound good? Make sure it's well produced, sound good quality. Because I heard some music from some of these rappers. I'm like, child, this is sound like you recorded that in your toilet. Don't let it be trash. Let the stuff be well produced. If your dog is doing, if your dog doing that when you singing, sit down, baby. That ain't you. That you ain't got that gift. Okay. Okay. If your dog is doing this when you playing your records, Stop that. Stop to sit down somewhere, baby. Keep your money. Okay. Get families and friends and have like a listening party. Or, okay, this is the last free advice. Have a listening party. Get a blogger like Funky.Neva or TX Match, but you got to pay these people, make sure your money up. Have them to come promote it and host it. That's how you have to do. You have to put investment. If you're really serious about your dream, invest in your dream. But make sure you're investing in the right source. Okay? That's what I want to say. Okay? And don't be discouraged, people. Don't be discouraged. It may take you 10 years to get it off the ground, but don't be discouraged. Be consistent. Get your social media up. Network, and you will get there. Some of y'all, it just have to just come to the conclusion. And this is something some people just ain't meant to be successful in the music industry. Even for me, if it never make it for me to be a great host, a on-camera talent, I would love to sit and produce and give ideas. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see how is the work behind the camera, where it's being a producer or a writer or a you know what I mean? You are a director. It's so many things outside. It ain't just for you being in front of the camera. It's so many jobs behind the camera. You know? All right. Let me go to this phone line. 9088, call you on the air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
Wiley, this is just lovely. I was calling in just to say hello. I've missed you, and I haven't really been over on your channel lately, and I apologize for that. But I wanted to just stop by and say hello, Wiley.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
Well, you have a great rest of your show, and I'm going to go ahead and get off because I'm driving.
Okay.
And tell everybody in the hello, I'm driving. I can't.
Okay, hello. All right. Enjoy your all right, you be safe.
Thank you, Wiley. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. All right. They just wanted to hear my voice. Oh. That was lovely. Okay. Yes. Okay. So with that being said, you know, you had to have it on there. And then some people just ain't meant for it. Let me see, for the knowledge and advice. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chats. And that's just what it is, people. You got to work really hard. When I started the Wiley Show, I'm going to tell you, it was no views, okay? Now we get views, okay? Then I want more views. So you just got to be consistent. You have to be consistent when it comes to that, okay? This was really great. It was a great subject. I will tell you this. I'm seeing people in the comments that are in here saying great advice. You just have to really work hard, and it's consistent too, okay? I'm excited. I go back to work next week. I'm excited for that. So we'll be doing a show of the lunchtime show. So I'm gonna be bringing that back so we can do commentary. But they still on the news. They still talking about Trump refusing to concede. Child, they're gonna be talking about that forever. Gonna be talking about that. Let me make sure the phone lines is good. Anybody call in? We thank y'all so very much. Oh, I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget to announce this, and I'm done. My birthday is November 11th. I will be turning 30 years. 30 years old. November 11th. That is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday. I'll be 30 years old. I'm looking forward to y'all coming in and showing us love. Thank you all so very much. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And that is just help people out. And so, yeah, and it's people out there. Like it's people out there. Consistency is key. It's really, really key. And you will get better. You will get better. You just have to really be a student of the game and get it together. And look good on camera. People look good. Okay, I feel look good. Sleep open a while. So I'm looking right out, getting my haircut. I feel good, refreshed when you look good. I look good. I feel good. Okay. Oh, we are bringing back, this is what I meant to tell y'all. Okay, we are bringing back Two Man and a Lady. So if you want to audition or be on the show, send us an email. Just send me a bio of yourself and what are you about. If you have a video that I can look at some of your content, if you feel like you want to be on the show, it's a once a week, it's a weekly show. Some of it will be pre-recorded, some of it will be live. But if you want to be a part of that show, you can email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. You must email me. Please email me. Put in there in the subject, Two Man and a Lady. So if you want to be on the show, reach out to just send me an email and send me a bio of yourself or your YouTube in a bio of yourself. So I want to see if the talent and see what it really work. Okay. You must have thick skin. Okay. Especially the lady. The lady must have thick skin because you're the only lady on the show. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. Some people I will reach out because I see the talent in them already. That I will reach out for because I'm going to be executive producing the show, being a co-host, executive producer of it as well. So I'm looking forward to bringing that back. And it's just like a weekly show. And so, yes, it's going to be a 1 hour show produced and for the people. Okay. I want to see y'all there. We're going to be bringing it back. Okay. Happy birthday, love. On Father's Day, CLC. Why are you crazy? Yes, because these people be coming for you. Yes, because they will come for you, okay? And you have to be on camera. You definitely have to be on camera, okay? You have to be on camera, and you have to be willing to talk, okay? It's really fun. It's a really good show. It's previous episodes of Two Man and a Lady that I can go to. It's really, really nice, okay? Okay? You got to be entertained. Just be yourself. This is what I just want you to be yourself. Be you. Be you. Okay. You had to feel about Safari and Erica. They didn't break up. Safari said he was lying. Okay. They said, looking right here. You see your camera ready. Plenty of Wi-Fi. Not the McDonald's Wi-Fi. The be able to track. You need a Two Man and a Lady promo song or ad like you did with the debate show. Yes, so I'm gonna have to do an ad. I'm gonna have to do an ad for Two Man and a Lady. Yes, we have to do an ad. Yes, okay. I got an idea for an ad too. I got an idea for an ad. I'm here for it, y'all. I'm here for it. Okay. You need Two Man and a Lady. Yes. I'm really, really here for it. Okay. All right. Because these people will come. Because my audience, baby, they are ruthless. Like me, the comments don't even bother me now. But some people, the comments do bother. Some people, sometimes the comments do bother them. All right, y'all. I will see y'all soon. This was really, really, really nice. This was really, really, really nice. Okay. My barber did a great job. Shout out to you, Barbara. Thank you, brother, for coming by here today. Thank you. All right. I will see y'all soon. All right. So if any other thing come up, just send me an email or DM and I'll break the story and stuff. But this was really fun. And so I will see y'all soon. Peace.